imagine the congressman has his mind on important affairs of state.
Oh, no. I was just thinking what a bore Senator Gregory is.
Oh?
Always bragging about his model son. He never stops. Thank you. Well, I mean, it isn't as if he's any more of a model boy than Stephen is.
I certainly wouldn't accuse Stephen of being a model boy.
You wouldn't?
Why not?
Well, he's intelligent.
Sensitive.
Imaginative.
Attractive.
Honest.
Trustworthy.
And a good friend to his brother.
Help!
Wait till I get a hold of you. Wait till I get a hold of you.
All I did was knock his dumb old notebook off
See
his
now,
desk.
what was it we were just discussing?
Farmer's Daughter.
I think something is bothering Stephen.
Because of his outburst tonight?
Yeah, and other things. Have you noticed his fingernails?
Yeah, he's been biting them.
Yeah, down to the quick.
Oh, all boys do that once in a while.
He left half the lunch I packed for him in his lunchbox.
And he left his dessert untouched at dinner.
So,
Well, it's not like Stephen to lose his appetite, and he's been very absent-minded lately.
Well, this morning he asked me what day it was.
Instead of the school bus, he started to get into the milk truck.
What's in your dumb old notebook you don't want me to see?
None of your business. Now go to sleep.
Okay. That's only because I'm sleepy.
Her eyes are blue as the skies above. Her hair is gold and soft as a glove. Her teeth are like pearls. Her teeth are like pearls.
You know what I think? I think he's in love.
you do?
Yeah? What makes you think that?
Like father, like son.
Just what does that mean?
I mean, you behaved in exactly the same way when you were about Steve's age. The object of your grand passion was your Sunday school teacher.
My Sunday school teacher? Well, that's indecent.
Don't you remember Miss Emily Gustafson?
I don't remember anyone with the... Miss Emily Gustafson. Oh, she was the most beautiful woman in the world.
She was a dishwater blonde who wore sensible shoes.
Lies, all lies.
And she smelled slightly of mothballs.
Well, you are obviously thinking of some other Miss Emily Gustafson.
I wonder who Steve's got his eye on.
Well, he was awfully interested in little Diane Mason.
Oh, that was 2 whole weeks ago.
Oh, she might be one of those enduring passions. I can imagine those blue eyes and that blonde hair would appeal to a boy of Steve's age.
Blue eyes and blonde hair would appeal to a boy of almost any age.
I agree with you, Mrs. Morley. It's probably Diane who has caught Steve's eye.
Her eyes are blue as the skies above. Her hair is gold and soft as a glove. Her teeth are like pearls on the bottom and top. If I look at her long, I think I'll pop.
Well, I'll say good night. Sleep well, pleasant dreams. See you both in the morning.
Good night, Mother.
Good night, Mrs. Morley. Well, I'd better go upstairs to be sure the boys are tucked in. Good night, Mr. Morley.
Good night, Katy. I suppose I'm too old to be tucked in.
Yeah, I suppose so. Good night. Sov gott, Steven.
Katy,
Ja, Steven, what is it?
Katy.
Her eyes are blue as the skies above. Her hair is gold and soft as a glove.
Katy.
Oh, Steven.
Yes?
It's Katy. May I come in, Mr.
Oh, come in, child. Only old ladies who suffer from insomnia should be awake at this time of night. Sit down. Tell me what's on your mind.
Well, Steven is on my mind.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah. If he's in love with someone, I do not think it is Diane Mason.
No? Who, then?
Well, it is very possible that it is an older woman.
Oh, dear. Who?
It's very possible that it's me.
Oh, indeed.
No, I could be wrong, you understand.
I doubt it. All the Morley men seem to find you fascinating.
Oh, Mrs. Morley.
My dear, to be the object of a very young boy's first love is a great responsibility.
Oh, I know. Well, it's a greater responsibility than love of grown-up man somehow. Oh, I do hope I can handle the responsibility wisely.
You know, there's a wonderful play called Candida by George Bernard Shaw. Do you know it?
No. Is it the love of young man for older woman?
Well, that's one of the things it's about. Candida understands how very important it is for Marshbanks, that's the boy's name, that his first love should not be a disillusionment. There's a copy in the study.
Thank you, Mrs. Morley. I will read it.
I wouldn't make a point of staying up half the night. I don't think Steve's case is as bad as Marshbanks was. Good night.
Good night, Mrs. Morley.
Ladies?
Morning, dear.
Well, where are the boys this bright Saturday morning?
Well, Dan had just finished breakfast. He's upstairs playing with some friends.
Oh, here comes Steve.
Morning, Grandma. Dad? Miss Holstrom?
Miss Holstrom.
Well, I guess Stephen is feeling formal this morning.
Yeah, that must be it. May I be excused?
Well, Steve, you...
I'm not hungry. That's all I want.
All right. You may be excused.
Thanks. Miss Holstrom,
Yeah, Stephen?
can I see you after breakfast?
Of course.
Gee, thanks. I'll be outside. Excuse me.
For what, Stephen?
I knocked over the pineapple.
That sort of thing happens to all of us.
Will someone please tell me what is going on here that I don't know about?
We suspect that Steve is in love with Katy.
Well, that's nonsense. He's just a boy, and...
Remember Miss Emily Gustafson?
Oh, yeah. Well, if that's true, you are in for quite a siege.
Yeah?
And you don't even smell of mothballs.
What was it you wanted to talk to me about?
Are you sure you're finished with your breakfast?
Yeah.
Well, don't you want another cup of coffee?
Oh, I've had plenty, thank you.
Oh.
When a thing is difficult to say, sometimes the best way is to start. Sit down, Stephen. Now, what did you want to see me about?
Well, about Jeff Barkley's brother.
What about Jeff Barkley's brother?
Well, he just got married.
I wish him luck.
He's only 18.
Well, I wish him lots of luck.
I'm 13.
Yeah, I know.
In 5 years, I'll be 18.
Well, your arithmetic is correct.
Well, that's old enough to get married.
Well, it's also old enough to start college.
I'm not going to college.
Not going to college?
As soon as I'm 14, I'm going to work.
As what?
A congressional page boy. They make an annual base salary of $1,800 a year.
Well, that's an excellent salary, but why do you need a job? Well, you have a home and food to eat and clothes to wear.
Oh, I need it because of you.
Because of me, Stephen?
Because I love you.
Oh, boy.
In this house, we all love each other. You love your father and your grandmother and your brother and me.
But I love you the best.
Thank you, Stephen.
Do you love Dad?
I love all of you.
Do you love anybody the best?
Well, I love some of you differently.
After 4 years of being a page boy, I could save up over $7,000. Well, almost. So I'd have enough to take care of you.
Take care of me?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you don't mind waiting that long.
It's the finest compliment I've ever had in my whole life before. Thank you, Stephen.
I've never before had such a funny feeling in my stomach.
Steve's in love with Katy. Steve's in love with Katy. Steve's in love with Katy.
Boys, stop it.
Steve's in love with Katy.
I am not.
You're so.
I am not.
Steve's in
I
love
mean,
with Katy.
it's all right,
Steve's in love
Stephen.
with Katy. Steve's in love with Katy. Steve's
Why
in
don't you
love
mind
with
your own
Katy.
business?
Steve's in love with Katy.
Boys, stop it.
You are not to tease your brother anymore about Katy. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
And that goes for your friends as well.
Yes, sir.
And if there is any more of it, you will be punished.
But I can't help it if my friends tease.
It was you that gave your friends the idea to tease Stephen in the first place, and it will be you that gives him the idea to stop.
Yes, sir.
All right, now, go upstairs and apologize to Stephen.
Yes, sir.
Oh, he can't have gotten too far on his bike.
Oh, it is all my fault Stephen ran away because I could not keep the little ones from humiliating him.
Certainly not. But it must be awful for a boy to be humiliated in front of the woman he loves.
Yes. I don't blame him for taking off. I just wish that...
Hello, Morley residence? Yes. Yes. Underbar. Ja, you can check him in right away. His father will be right down. Oh, tack så mycket. It is just as you suspected. He went to YMCA.
Poor guy. I wouldn't be 13 again and in love for anything.
Shall I go with you?
No. I think I can get him to come back with the man-to-man approach. Then it'll be your turn.
It's a delicate situation.
Yeah, I know.
How are you getting on with Candida?
Well, I'm not quite finished.
She handles Marshbanks very effectively at the end. Take a look.
Thank you.
I just can't stand to have all those dumb little kids making fun of me.
I don't think there'll be any more of that. I've spoken to Danny.
Yeah, but he already knows something that was supposed to be private.
Well, if you're going to be engaged to Katy for 5 years, people are bound to find out about it. That's a long time.
I know. But the worst part is what I said in front of all those kids, that I didn't love her.
Well, I'm sure Katy knows differently.
I hope so. You don't mind, do you, Dad? About Katy and me?
Why, no, not a bit.
That's good, because I wouldn't want you to feel that I took her away from you or anything.
No, not at all.
I guess it's kind of rough on you.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, you were kind of stuck on her once yourself.
Well, maybe I was once, just a little.
You aren't still, are you?
No.
That's good, because if you were, I suppose I'd have to back out.
Oh? Why?
Well, because I'm still young enough to find someone else.
I see.
Well, if you want to date her while she's waiting for me, I suppose that'd be okay.
Well, that's very generous, thank you.
Oh, I mean, to PTA meetings and stuff like that.
I understand.
I guess I'm about the luckiest guy in the whole world.
I agree. Now, how about coming home?
Gee, Dad, I don't know.
Now, don't tell me you can't face up to a couple of little kids teasing you.
Gee.
Because if you can't, I don't think you're ready to propose to anyone yet.
I guess Katy'd feel that way, too, wouldn't she?
Yes, I guess she would.
And I guess I'd better come right on home. So I wouldn't want her to think I'm still just a little kid.
It is a play, Stephen, written by a wise old man. You might enjoy it.
What's it about?
It's about a young boy in love with an older woman. The boy is called Marchbanks and the woman is called Candida. In the end, she says to him, "Will you, for my sake, make a little poem out of the 2 sentences I'm going to say to you? And will you promise to repeat it to yourself whenever you think of me?
What are the 2 sentences?
When I am 30, she will be 45. When I am 60, she will be 75. Will you say those two sentences, please, Stephen?
What for?
For my sake. When I am 30, she will be 45.
When I am 30, she will be 45.
When I am 60, she will be 75.
When I am 60, she will be 75.
30 is young, but 45 is middle age.
Where did she get a ridiculous idea like that?
Well, I don't see why people's ages should make a difference.
Oh, but they do, Stephen. A great deal of difference. You see, middle age is when people start to fall apart.
They do?
Oh, yeah, completely. Oh, they get easily out of breath, they need more sleep, they get fat around the middle, and they do not have the zestful life they once had. In a word, Stephen, they are wrecks. It is the time when eyesight begins to dim, when hearing fails, and when the hair turns gray.
Grandma has gray hair, and I think she looks swell.
She is beautiful, but she is your grandmother.
Oh, yeah.
So will you say for me once more, Stephen, please? When I am 30, she will be 45.
When I am 30, she will be 45.
When I am 60, she will be 75.
When I am 60, she will be 75. Boy, that certainly gives a person something to think about.
Yeah, I know.
I think I'll go upstairs and think about it for a while.
No, Stephen, you do that.
Well done, Candida.
The best bunch of lies I've heard since my opposition's last campaign speech.
Lies, Mr. Morley.
Lies? As someone once said, youth is the time for dreaming.
And old age is the time for remembering.
And all the rest that's left in the middle is for living.
Yeah.
More milk, Stephen.
Please, Katy. Do you remember what we were talking about a couple of weeks ago?
About when you're 30, I will be 45?
Mm-hmm. I think you were right. I am too young for you.
Yeah. You're also tactful.
I should marry someone, well, Diane Mason's age.
You're absolutely right.
But don't worry, Katy. If you don't get married, we'll take care of you when you're middle-aged.
Well, thank you, Stephen.
Oh, I wrote a poem for Diane. You want to hear it?
I would love to.
For Diane Mason. Her eyes are blue as the skies above. Her hair is gold and soft as a glove. Oh, that sure sounds familiar.
Yeah, Stephen. I think you're becoming familiar with love.
Katy, the farmer's daughter. You can't resist that gal.
Stay tuned for Here Come the Brides, coming up next on TV 39.
With sunshine, look at the farmer's daughter. She'll perk up your morale. Her brand of charm is so disarming, frowns turn upside down. The old Odette to Sweden, she's just what we've been needing. So glad the farmer's daughter came to town.
A Screen Gems production.